News, 22 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Public Affairs Director for the City of Roswell, Juanita Jennings, back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Is that still the official title? Because you've got so many jobs.
Yes.
Like, is that still the lead title, or is it just like assistant of everything?
That is my title. That is my title. Public Affairs Director. I think it encompasses everything, that is public forward facing. And yes, I've added new responsibilities, but I just didn't know if I was
enough anymore. I was like, do I need to expand that title a little bit?
I don't. Personally, titles to me don't.
Sure.
That's not what drives me. But
you're just getting the work done, and it's like, hey, if there's something that needs to get done, we're going to handle it. And that's what it is. So, so we'll just say City of Roswell representative.
That works too. That works
Jennings,
too.
But,
absolutely.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Good. Well, I think my first question to her when I saw her was, did you get a breather in after UFO Festival and everything, and maybe a little bit of one, but not much. But
yes, we did take Tuesday off, so that was really nice, and we celebrated last Friday with the team. I think UFO Festival, there was some really great things, and there were some opportunities for sure. I think from the visitor side, all of our marketing did what it needed to do. We got the people here. They stayed in the hotels. Sure. We had really great numbers. Obviously, we don't have the report from STAR, which is the actual data, but the numbers to back up what we say. But
the streets are crowded.
But the indicators say, yes, we did great. Some of the hotels that we call on that participate in that, we're looking anywhere between 80 and 85%. Some of them were at 100% capacity. And compared to where we were with lodgers tax occupancy, down in the 35s, that's a huge success. Yeah. And so we're happy about that.
So, and those things alone, I would say we can call this a victory, the UFO Festival. But I think people also need to remember, too, given all of the variables that we are sitting in right now, was everything perfect? Absolutely not.
No.
But as far as coming out of COVID, opening the world back up again, oh, by the way, we're getting the craziest monsoon weather we've ever had in the history of Roswell, I think. And all of that, I think, given those variables and given every hurdle that was thrown in the way, I think it was a great overall success. I mean, like you said, and we all say, we know, you look online, everyone's going to complain about something because that's human nature.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I think given the bag of ingredients we had to work with, I think it came out with a great product at the end.
Yeah.
And obviously that's going to be something to build on for next year. I know you guys are already in the works on getting next year's UFO Festival planned and everything else. So if you're listening out there and say, I want to, you should do this better. All right, roll up your sleeves, come see us, get on a committee here, and let's have you part of the group that's planning next year's UFO Festival. Yes,
we will have our first public committee meeting where we form the committee with all of our public participation that wants to help. Will be beginning of August. You should be seeing it on our Facebook page probably in about 30 minutes. It's a scheduled post for participation. Okay. To help in the planning of UFO Festival 2022, which will be really exciting. The city, obviously, we always look at what worked well and what opportunities do we have for next year. I think any event that you do, but especially UFO Festival, that's so massive and such a big impact. It's a worldwide event, if you will. People recognize it from around the globe. Sure. They come from around the globe. And so one of the things that we've already done is we've had our debrief, we had our evaluation. We are putting that report together for our city council, for our city administration. And we're very honest in that we recognize there are opportunities with any event. Sure. And so we already see some great potential for next year. Obviously, I think the visitors wanted more music, longer lasting. So we're going to have a little bit of that. We're going to have a really neat crash site experience that commemorates the 75th anniversary of the incident.
Yeah, that's right. Next year is the 75th.
It should be really fun. And we have an MC already in the works under contract, which is really exciting. Nice. And just really happy. I think we've talked a little bit about the Main Street closure and the food trucks. And, I think most of our decisions were very strategic. And I guess we could have done a better job communicating why we didn't have food trucks in the daytime. We really wanted our visitors going to the restaurants throughout the city, and finding those gems and having a great lunch, and then coming in the evening to our food trucks.
Makes sense.
Next year, we probably might do a little bit of mix to give everybody, that opportunity.
Sure.
So just some other things, the closure of Main Street, that was really a directive from the state because it is a state highway.
It is a state highway, yeah.
And so we're gonna see what we can do to work on that and figure out a great solution that accommodates all. I think one thing we recognize is, for many years, I've only been here about 5. They said, well, you can't have a concert in the convention center. And I will tell you, it was extremely successful. And so we will probably have, a little bit of that ground zero again be at the DeBremen and the convention center.
There's an area with a lot of parking, a lot of space to put up and do events there.
Yes, and people loved being inside in the air conditioning.
It does awful handy when it's 102 out and
the humidity.
As I say, this past one, we had like 98% humidity with it, so it stunk on 2 levels. So yeah. So
lots of ideas, lots of opportunities, and again, if anybody is interested in participating in our planning committee, you can email us.
Absolutely.
info@roswell-nm.gov.
This is your community. This is your event. This is our representation to the world. And if you've got input, and this is that time. This is the time when we tell people stop complaining on Facebook. Roll up your sleeves and be an active part in making it better. Yes. And this is that opportunity. So. You have been speak now or shut your hole. That's the way that's the way I feel about it. You're either with us or against us on some of this stuff. And now's the and I'm not trying to sound like a drawn line in the sand, but really, if you're one of those folks that are like, well, I didn't like this, all right, fine, get in the committees, contribute your ideas, and let's all work together to make it a better event. That's what we do. So, speaking of working together and everything, tonight.
Yes.
Is a public forum, the monthly public forum. Once again, the entire city community is encouraged to log on. Tonight is
public safety.
Yes.
Public safety. So you'll get to hear from our city manager and our chief of police and chief of fire. We have a survey up right now talking about survey questions. It does not have to be specific to public safety at any of these public forums, but tonight the topic is going to cover a lot of public safety initiatives and some questions. We have a lot of questions about speeding, about crime, and their recruiting efforts for not only police and for fire, call volume.
Everybody's strapped. The city, the school's having a huge job fair. Jobs are aplenty right now.
Jobs are aplenty. So if you are looking for a great career in public safety, the city of Roswell would like to talk with you. And it's a great retirement benefits. And
Just out of curiosity, I imagine they'll probably, because especially with the weather and stuff we've been dealing with, and then the dam issues down south and all that. Obviously not all of that is city city issues, but I imagine they can explain that to you tonight. If for folks are like, why is the south end? Then they can talk about how the dam board. That sounds funny, but DAM board.
Yes.
Clarify.
Yes.
and the county and how and the city, how they all have parts involved in different things, but because we're talking borders and lines and things like that, it's I'm sure that kind of sort of falls under public safety. That's more under public infrastructure. But if you have those questions too, they can explain how all that works. Now they can't get in the weeds on decisions and this and that because that's a bigger thing. But if you're wanting an understanding on how all that operates, this meeting tonight, I'm sure they can explain that to
Absolutely, because part of our public safety umbrella includes our emergency management office, which includes 2 staff members. And that individual, actually, one of them, she's 50% city funded and 50% county funded. So she works for both, and which is a really great collaboration between the city and the county, which sometimes you have those pieces of land that are half city, half county, but the problem is in both,
Sure.
or maybe there's needs to be a fix or a solution, and how do you work together? And so we're really grateful to have that position, and it does fall under public safety because it's emergency management, those kind of things. So tonight is at 5:30. One of the great things that we've done with Public Forum is we're live on Facebook, we're live on Instagram, and then you can go back and watch it the next day if you can't make it tonight.
Now, if you have a question, you want to tune in live.
Yes, if you have a question, tune in live. You can put it in the chat box. You can do a DM if you'd like. DM is direct message for those that are not familiar with that term. But the other great thing is it's only 30 minutes. So we've condensed it down to 30 minutes.
Okay. So it's not going to take your whole night.
It won't take your whole night.
You ready to go back to cooking dinner or what you're doing and everything?
Yeah. Put it on your kitchen counter, turn it on, listen, chime in if you have a question. So starts at 5:30, ends promptly at 6. And the reason for that is now then we worked out a partnership with KENW, and we are now they stream it for us
on
their
PBS?
On PBS station.
Oh,
so that
very
is
good.
really great with Eastern New Mexico University in Portales.
Awesome.
And so that is why it has to be condensed to 30 minutes.
Okay,
So
makes sense. They got
it's their programming schedule.
They don't want to, cut into the next programming there.
Yes.
So.
And we also found the less time that you're online, the more engagement we have. When it was 2 hours, people start dropping off.
Sure.
And so we recognize people are very busy, and we want to maximize the opportunity that we have with them, and be very laser focused, straight to the point, and get things answered, and have great discussion.
Yeah. So probably if you're a Facebook user, easiest is just the City of Roswell Facebook page. Go onto their wall there, and you'll see about 5:30. You'll see the actual video stream pop up in there. You just click on it, and it'll go full screen. And you can, if you have a chat, you have a question or anything, there's a comment section. You just type in your comment or your question there, and it'll get addressed during the broadcast.
Yeah, there's lots of things that happen during the broadcast that people don't get to see. So I'm usually sitting behind the computer typing the questions as they come in, whether they're a DM or through the chat feature. And then we have our videographer, John. He's running the cameras and doing, this shot and that shot. So it's a little production.
It's a bit of an orchestra back there behind it. Yeah. As a person in this industry with radio, I'm very familiar with it. It's I always compare like live theater. It's like the duck on the pond, where what you see is the duck just gracefully gliding across the water. What you don't see under the water is them legs going 1,000 miles an hour. Doing everything, and so
yes, be a duck. That's what I'm told all the time. Be a duck.
So Juanita and staff are the duck legs.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. But we really enjoy it, and so tune in 5:30 tonight. Roswell government page on Facebook and on Instagram, and ask your questions.
Yeah, and by the way, if you've missed past forums, scroll on down the wall or go to the website. You can find past forums there that you can go back and watch. So if there's you're like, well, what about this? Well, maybe they already addressed it at a previous public forum.
It's on our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
under playlists, we have it all organized for you.
Okay.
We have General Service Committee meetings, Finance Committee, City Council, and then forums. Everything that we've done is
some of those meetings. If you have trouble sleeping, to pop one of those on before you go to bed. I mean, not all of them. Some get you, but some of those meetings you might be like, oh, this will be nice music. Some of those.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But and then so that's tonight, and then tomorrow the zoo, Spring River Zoo, is having its second installation of Zoofari Nights, where we're closed during the day because it's super hot, and so we're going to open the gates at 4 p.m.
Okay,
and we're going to show a movie at 8:15. So same. I think the admission price is just a little bit different because there's popcorn, there's a s'more station, there's the carousel, there's some
come a little
enrichment.
Hungry, so you can get some snacks.
Yeah. Concessions will be open, but everything that is done for tomorrow night goes directly back into the zoo enrichment programs.
So please come out, support it. Great family night event.
Yes.
It'll be a Friday night. Looking for stuff to do with the family, the whole family, the kids come out. Be a part with the animals, go see the movie. So you got the best of both worlds. You got the movie and the candies and everything for the kids and stuff, but then you got the animals and of course, if you want to learn more about being like a friend of the zoo and things like that, there'll be lots of opportunities for that.
Absolutely. We would love for people to come and join us. Our membership, it's online, springriverzoo.com. You can buy an annual pass or a season pass. It gets you free admission all the time. And then, of course, just a reminder, every first Saturday of the month is free admission for local residents. And we will be hosting Spring River Zoo Day on July 31st. So it's a new event. During the daytime from 10 to 4, the zoo will be open for free. Come out and enjoy.
Sweet.
And then that evening, we are going to have what's called a cornhole clash.
All right.
So if you're a cornholer player, we're having a tournament.
Do they call themselves cornholists? I don't know what the proper term for a cornhole player is.
But it's a tournament, and it's really great. We've been working with Chris. He's fantastic, and he has decided to give a portion of the tournament back to the zoo as a donation.
Well, cool.
So
nice
come and have
gesture.
fun, and then some of your fun goes back into the zoo for enrichment programs, new animals, things like that. So,
and I know not a lot of people get to brag on their cornhole skills.
that is true.
So you go there and then you start dominating in the cornhole, and then you can have a great place to have your brag of your cornhole while you're helping the zoo at the same time. So
Yes.
it's a pretty cool deal.
So we'll have a local brewery, Blackcock Brewery is going to be out there. We're going to have some food trucks. So it'll be a really great time in the evening time, and just want people to come out and enjoy.
I don't know if Blackcock's Brewery is bringing some of their food out, but if they don't, then folks, y'all need to make a trip to their restaurant and grab one of like a shepherd's pie. The same, they got some good stuff. Like if you like a little Irish flair to some of their stuff, they got some of their dishes are kind of that reminiscent of that too. So, but I don't know if they bring food out to those events or just the beverage. But,
well, they are definitely welcome to bring food out for sure.
But they got some good eats if you're not into the drinking too. So
yes.
Well, it sounds like some great events.
So many great events. And so for tickets, go to online, springriverzoo.com. You're going to start seeing as we're open and we're trying to get restaffed. That's the other great thing. We have some really great part-time staff that we've hired. But guess what? They're going back to college. They're going back to high school.
Time to go back. So we need to replenish.
We need to replenish. Okay. And so we are hiring for part-time guest services positions at the zoo as well as the visitor center, because those two, they're going back to school. We also have some retirees. So it's not just for high school or college kids. We have some retirees that they're going to travel this fall and take their Winnebago and go and see, and then they'll come back to us, maybe in January or something, but
spend some time at the zoo and doing things.
Absolutely.
Cool.
But if you're interested and you have, 19 hours of your time to give a week or 10 hours of time, we'd love to have you in guest services. You become an ambassador for the zoo, for the visitor center, and most of all for the city.
I would imagine, especially maybe people that are thinking of pursuing careers in anything from marketing and customer service type jobs, hospitality, even with the zoo side, some veterinary and zoology and animal studies and things like that. I think if you're pursuing careers in those fields, you say you're in your 20s and kind of deciding or going to college or thinking about college, but before you invest the time and is this something this could be that opportunity and say, hey, I'll spend 20 hours a week at the zoo. 19 technically, and learn this, learn about this and say, hey, is this something I like? It is. I'm going to go and pursue a career in college through this, or you know what, this isn't my cup of tea. Maybe I'll try something else, but so use this as a stepping stone for yourself too. Yes. I mean, you're providing a great service and everything from our community, but by no means use this as a catalyst to propel you to your next adventure in life too.
Yes, and especially for customer service. So if you want to talk to happy people all day long, come to the visitor center, because these are the people that are on vacation, and so they're happy because they're eating great food, they're stopping in, they're having a great time, they want to hear all about what we have to offer, and so I would say 99.9% of the time they are truly happy.
Yeah. Plus you're at the zoo. I mean, how can you be mad at the zoo?
Yes, the zoo or the visitor center.
Yeah, either place. It's just full of good, fun, happy things. So there's nothing there. So please support. If you go to the city's website, roswell-nm.gov, you'll see all the job listings, including the part-time and the full-time. Because if you're looking for a career with the city, there's lots of opportunities there too.
A lot of jobs open. A lot of jobs open.
We can't keep giving job titles to Juanita here. We need to.
Great. Yes, please. That would be wonderful.
She's wanting less job titles, not more. So please apply with the city today.
Yes, that would be great.
What else do we need to promote?
I think that's pretty much it. That
covered?
wraps everything up for this next couple of weeks.
Yeah, so please don't forget tonight's public forum, 5:30. Be looking on the Facebook page or Instagram or I guess you can go to the website too.
You can go to the website. Yep,
and
it's on the
do
website.
it at the website too. But usually it's a little more convenient for folks for one of the social media platforms. But again, that's at 5:30. Get there if you want to actively participate as far as ask questions, things. Again, it's on public safety for that's the main topic for tonight. So please keep your questions related to that area of expertise. That's the people that will be discussing tonight. That's their field. So if you ask about, I don't know, why your water bill is high, then they can't help you.
They can't, but
not,
Joe,
not directly.
Not directly, but Joe will be there. He can navigate that. Or,
that one you might just call direct, call City Hall direct, or call the Water Department direct. They can talk to you. I mean, that's not a public forum question.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's tonight. And then don't forget, tomorrow night at the zoo. Zufari. And then all the stuff going on the next couple weeks here. Stay up to date. If you use Facebook or Instagram or any of these, like and follow the City of Roswell on there. It's a great, not only do you learn all these things Juanita and I are talking about, but anything else. Anytime they want input from you, the city resident, on various things, this is your chance. I mean, I constantly see like a survey or something like that put up. What do you think on, say, the Aquatic Center? Or what do you think about this on public safety? Or, hey, we've got an issue over here. What's this? Look at our plan for this, and what's your input on it? That is all the time done through there. And I got to be honest. Again, back to this social media. You're taking shots and making comments on things, which you're certainly allowed to do, and within your right as an American. But I would say, do you want to fix it, or you just feel better complaining about it? Because if you want to fix it, then these are opportunities for you to do that, and that's all I'm saying. So I mean, I get it. Some people. I just know there's people in this world that ain't happy unless they're complaining. They're just, it's like you could give them a lottery. You just won $120 million in the lottery, but I got to pay taxes and I don't want to mess with that. It's like, all right, give me that problem.
Yes.
Some people just like that.
Yep. I recognize that for
sure. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll let you get to your next 37 meetings or whatever you got going on here today. But we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
And I know we do our every 3 weeks, but anything that needs extra out of that,
thank you for having us extra last
anytime.
time. I appreciate that. With all the changes with UFO, I really appreciate you letting us come on.
And anytime we can do that more often, or whenever you need to, we're available for that.
Thank you.
All right, well, take care.
Yeah,
Don't work too hard. All right, it is 8:44. Let us. What am I on? That's the news. Okay.